Drink More Water said, if Giannis makes first team All NBA, that will be 7 straight seasons, 9 straight All NBA, which will be the second most active first teams behind LeBron. Giannis is starting to build up a pretty monstrous resume in terms of accolades.
Yes, sir.
He followed that up with a nonsensical question. If you want to read it.
And continuing off my last super chat, shall I dare say Giannis has the third best active resume in the league behind LeBron and Steph?
I mean, what's nonsense about that?
Mars,
What's nonsense? He got back there. He got MVPs, defensive player of the years. He got a ring. 7
Finals
straight
MVP?
first team All NBA, Finals MVP. What we doing?
How many all defensive teams?
Earlier? 6 of them.
Huh?
Mars, can we get an answer from you?
Yeah, so Kevin Durant just doesn't exist. Like,
I guess not. Shit, I don't know. Nah,
Giannis' resume is
the DPOY might put him over the top.
and I'm saying that, and this is why I was setting this up. If you believe that Giannis' resume is better than Kevin Durant's, how on earth is his resume not better than Steph Curry's?
No.
I've been hating on Steph Curry.
No.
Hating on Steph Curry.
What do you mean? What do you
2 championships. That's it. 2 championships. KD clears in every other measure. KD's resume clears in every other measure besides 2.
I agree with you.
No, it does not.
I agree with you, Mars. I agree with you.
Hey, he has
more
one MVP.
All-Stars,
I have
more
2
All-NBAs,
MVPs.
more
I
scoring
agree with
titles,
you.
more everything.
Total
Yeah,
points.
but-
Total points too, though, Ron.
His resume clears Steph's
okay,
besides
but
2
here's
championships. He even has more finals
That's a fact.
MVPs.
You can't just say besides 2 championships, though.
No,
2
that's
championships
fine.
is
No,
a big
that's
deal.
fine. But Kevin Durant has
Like,
more
not-
championships
not-
than Giannis.
Not every,
So-
so on the resume, not every.
Yeah, I got
goes the
KD
same
over
way.
Giannis. I'm with you right there.
That's all I'm asking. If Giannis is above KD, how is he not above Steph by the same argument?
Morris, because
That's
not
what I think he is,
holds,
Mars.
not
Mars, I
everything
think he
holds
is.
the same
That's
weight.
all I'm
Like
asking.
Steph's
I agree with
unanimous
you, Mars.
MVP holds tremendous weight. Not only do I have
That shit
not
was
only
rigged.
you
It shouldn't
have
have
one
been
MVP,
unanimous.
I have 2, but one of my MVPs is not a regular MVP. It is a
Neither was
unanimous
2014
MVP.
KD.
I know. What are you talking about?
2014 KD was not no regular MVP.
It wasn't unanimous.
He won,
Yeah,
but
because-
I know a
okay, so because Pete-
of
So because Pete
James.
LeBron James
he won it in the era
got
of
6
James.
votes off KD.
Yes.
That's the difference in resumes.
Well, he ain't get that off Steph.
Pete
all I'm
LeBron got 6 votes.
And Pete KD ain't get that off Steph either.
Man, James Harden should have got at least a vote. I'm just
Pete
saying.
KD was around that year, wasn't
And
he?
that's fine. Steph's 2016 season is amazing. That's cool. But if we look resume for resume, 30,000 points, 4 scoring titles, more All-NBA teams, more All-Star teams, more everything.
Yeah, he's played.
Then we go to 2 finals MVPs for
longer
1.
than him. Yes, he
So was
yeah,
LeBron.
No. And my thing is, I'm not
He
saying
came
that to
in like 2
downplay.
years.
I'm not saying that to
2
downplay.
championships is a big deal, though.
But 2 championships is huge.
That's fine.
Okay.
Absolutely.
KD got another finals.
Which you needed me to get, by the way.
No, that brings things back to
Then
center a
throw
little
Kawhi's
bit.
resume in there.
But also too though, I'm the 3-point king champion.
KD might be the best scorer ever.
The best scorer. I was just about to say that, Ron. KD damn near might be the best
but
scorer.
The gap in 3
I was
pointers
about to
made
say
for
that,
Steph
though,
Curry
Mars,
is so
because
crazy.
here's the problem with that, Mars. He's arguably the best scorer ever. There's no question who the best shooter in the NBA.
Yeah, and
history.
one's more valuable than the other. Scoring or shooting, what's more valuable?
Well, the
Being
one who's
the best shooter ever, or being arguably the best scorer ever. There's levels.
okay,
to this.
and the one who shoots, what is that produced?
Not a resume as good as Kevin Durant's.
I mean, it produced
Not clearly better than Kevin Durant's.
It produced something pretty damn good.
It doesn't
Like you
clear.
said,
It
Mars,
doesn't
Absolutely, it's
clear.
an all-time resume.
You said
But if I'm
25,000.
factoring if I'm factoring
Curry
everything that
up ahead of
Steph's
both.
done, everything that KD's done, his resume is ridiculous. Kevin
How many
Durant
points
was a
Steph
top
got?
25,000. He just got to 25,000 this year. He just passed Jerry.
Oh, that's enough.
He's
That's enough.
He's
That's enough.
next to
Steph.
DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, he's next to
Yeah,
DeMar
he-
DeRozan.
Yeah, I got Steph's resume, but KD's is right
And
under
that's
it.
fine. And that's fine.
And then Giannis is under that.
Yeah, my point is not KD's resume clears Steph's.
So we're splitting
My
hairs,
point
right.
is if Giannis's resume is better than KD's, how is it not better than Steph's? Like
Good
they're
question.
all in the same, like they would have to be in the same ballpark. Like there's no way that you think the MVP and the 2 championships trumps everything else that Kevin Durant has done, especially when you factor in the longevity of what Kevin Durant has done. Kevin Durant was a superstar before Steph Curry, like in Steph Curry's rookie year. Kevin Durant was one of the best players on the planet when Steph Curry was a rookie. Kevin Durant is one of the best players on the planet 15 years later. Like, what Steph has been able to do since 2015 to now is amazing. But Kevin Durant was the second best player in the world in like 2012. Steph Curry was injured in 2012.
That was the one season that he didn't play as much as he did in the past. Which
Well,
that
maybe
was
Steph was
that was
injured in
in
2011, but the point still stands. Like,
no, it was
I
12.
don't know if he was better than Melo.
It was
if you
12.
don't think
but
KD was better than Melo, then
Well,
I guess,
20,
but,
20,
yeah, if you don't think he was better than Melo, then I guess I'm just going to
it's
disagree.
whatever. It's whatever. I don't need to argue that. It's whatever. I feel you.
All I know is this super chat, right?
from Mars's standpoint is from a resume standpoint, right? From a resume standpoint, I do think that you have a point. I won't be able to argue that. I got Curry ahead of both of them dudes, but not from a resume standpoint. No, but to your point, if I think that Giannis's resume, which is pretty substantial, everything that he's done, he's been elite for, what are we in? We in 24, 25? He's been elite for at least, 8 years now? He's been elite at least 8 years. So if he's been elite for 8 years, that's long. That's not as long as Curry, because Curry's been elite longer. The back-to-back league MVPs, the defensive player of the year. Was he better in his prime in terms of a resume? Was he better in his prime? Which goes back to my original point to you, Ron, when you had asked me about the best NBA seasons. Do you know that we got a guy running around in the NBA today that's going to average 30, 10, and 6 for the third straight year, and he's not going to win league MVP?
12.
These how many guys in
30,
NBA
12
history has done that? Just so you know, these how many guys in NBA history have done that? Average 30, 10, and 6 for the third straight year and not going to win league MVP. That doesn't happen ever.
Yeah, I still don't think Giannis' resume is with KD and Steph. So I think there's a little space in between. I think you go.
Well,
Giannis
he ain't been around long
little
enough.
space.
He ain't been around long
Right.
enough. He hasn't done it.
Right, but the super chat's talking about active resume, and so we're talking about active resume. That's talking about right now.
The same length as
I don't
Steph.
think so. I don't think Giannis is caught up to KD and Steph yet, and I also don't think. I do think Steph's is a little right over KD as well.
Giannis about to have 9 All NBAs, I think. Jimmy Water said. Steph has 10. Probably going to be 11 this year.
And
KD has 11.
KD has 11, and he's
KD's
he
also,
might not get on this year.
Yeah, he can't. He didn't play 65.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a whole different kind of ones.
Yeah.
But like, so he's 2 All NBA seasons behind. He has as many MVPs as Steph. If you factor in the defensive stuff, clearly Giannis, he has all defensive teams, defensive player of the years, finals MVP, just like Steph does. Now Steph has the other 3 championships. But like, we get to a point.
That's a big deal.
And this is just me thinking. If people tax KD's rings because he went to play with Steph, how are Steph's rings holding the same weight as other rings if he had to play with KD? Like, it doesn't add up to me. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get.
I'm not
The ring should weigh less for everyone on the roster if that's the case.
I
You can't just be like the ring weighs less for Kevin Durant, but then it weighs
then I have
equal
to-
amount for Steph. Like,
Because this is the real conversation. This is the real conversation, and in this real conversation, we can't tax rings. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know what I mean? When we're doing that,
KD
having
has 2
fun narrative
rings and 2
thing, like,
finals
that's
MVPs.
cool.
KD has 2 rings and 2 finals MVPs. More finals MVPs than Steph, obviously less rings. Then they're going to be tied in all NBAs. KD has more all-star selections. The longevity is clearly Kevin Durant. And then when you talk about just who was great for longer, like, that's still Kevin Durant. The points, all of that stuff. Arguably the greatest scorer ever. Like, we're getting to a point where it's like the resumes are close. And Giannis, I think, is also in that
4-time
group.
scoring champ too. Definitely
Yeah,
throw that
4-time scoring champ. Steph, I think, is a 2-time scoring champ.
Yeah, he had 2 times.
And then like Giannis, Giannis for me, like when you factor in the defense and
Still
stuff, like on a
champion.
resume
I think
standpoint,
that's
what
why
he
he's-
has is like amazing too. I just don't understand how Steph is above these talks and then Kevin Durant is in these talks. Like, it doesn't, like, for me, it's LeBron, and then everyone else's resume have a conversation. Jokic has 3 MVPs. Like, that's a lot of MVPs. He has a
Jokic's
finals
decorated
MVP, a
too.
championship. Like,
Jokic's
that's a
decorated.
lot of stuff. Like, so Jokic is in these talks as well, in my opinion. Like, if you want to like take away some of the longevity stuff, like Kawhi Leonard, what he's done with the all defensive teams, the all NBA teams, the playoff performances, like Kawhi, you could throw into this conversation. If you're more regular season oriented, if you're more regular season oriented, James Harden, Russell Westbrook has 200 triple doubles in his career. Like, goddamn. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'd say like Steph is above these talks. Is just you're losing me. But
I got Steph though. I think Steph has the second best resume in the NBA right now.
Hey, another thing too
Which is
with
fine.
Mars, another thing too that Mars is bringing into point is why don't nobody hold the fact that Steph Curry be missing the playoffs a lot too? Why don't nobody hold that
A
against him?
lot.
Does he?
2020, 2021, last year. And
Possibly
now
this year
maybe
too.
That'll be 4 of
Why
what the last
nobody
6
hold that against them too?
He's
though?
not finna miss the
So-
playoffs this year.
So
bro.
four,
They
so
might.
I'm
They
saying
might. They're in the
4
plane.
years. How
4
long
of the,
Steph been
4
in
of the
league?
last 6 years is a lot of time to miss the playoffs.
How long's Steph been in the league?
Yes, but hold on.
2008. Since 2008.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, that's a lot of times for y'all to be talking about. But y'all, as great as we talk
and
about,
he's been in the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's been in the playoffs 9 times. He's in year 16.
Can't we say that same thing
Wait,
about
wait,
KD?
I went 9 times in one.
KD, and we can't say the same thing about
But when
KD.
have we-
James Harden went 16 times, but you know.
I hate to step in and interrupt this intense yap session that you're currently watching, but I just have to inform you on all the amazing, spectacular, fabulous, endless ways to play and win over at Prize Picks. Basketball fans, I know the season is just tipping off. Yes, I know this. But you know what that means? It means that you have an opportunity to pick your favorite players and their matchups that are the most thrilling, and you can win money from these. With Prize Picks, you can play daily NBA contests and test your hoop knowledge by choosing the player projections and every single stat line imaginable to make your Prize Picks and take home some nice hard-earned cash. Are you a rookie in the game? Don't even sweat it. I got the playbook for you right here. All you have to do is download Prize Picks, use promo code PANEL, and you will get $50 instantly when you play 5 here with Prize Picks. So what are you waiting for? Download Prize Picks, use promo code PANEL, and join me as we break down all of our amazing daily picks right here on the panel. Prize Picks. Run your game, control your game, win your game. It's easy, baby. It's easy.
yes,
Every
that's
year
what I'm
he's been in
saying.
the
What-
So would you guys rather go
But
16
Curry got
times total,
4
Jordan? That's what I'm saying. Would you guys
Hold
rather
on.
go
Okay, hold on.
We're
Hold on.
saying, no one's saying
Let me
that
bring
James
my
Harden's
point up.
resume is better than Steph's, but we're nitpicking.
But let me-
about
let-
all
yeah.
great resumes in the NBA. Steph's missed the playoffs 4 times in the last
And
6
I'm,
years.
and I'm here to tell you,
Yes.
hey, respectfully, I don't give
And
a
he
shit.
only got
Because
one
he-
Finals
because he-
MVP.
because-
No, you
because-
should
because
because he
he's-
only got one
because-
Finals
What's Stephen A.
MVP.
said? What Stephen A. said, Rob?
You should because he got
No,
one
we
Finals
don't
MVP.
Hey,
Yeah, but you should though because you should though because he
No,
got
I'm trying
one Finals MVP. No, I'm saying y'all comparing that to Giannis about Giannis having
Yeah,
more
like, I don't
championships
see
to
that.
him.
I don't
Yes,
see
but
how that's
Giannis can pull his team to the playoffs, quote unquote, by himself with one guy. Steph missing some guy, missing the playoffs. That's what it looked like. If Steph don't got somebody with what can Ox, you the man. This your word. What carryability is Steph doing to where he got to miss playoff 4 times when people been saying he in the GOAT conversation? When have we ever been able to allow that?
I've also said when Steph Curry has a competent squad, when Steph Curry has a competent squad, yes, it's what you need a competent squad, Jordan. When he has a competent,
Not if I got carryability.
when he has a competent team, he shows tons of carryability. But with that being said, I understand he's missed a couple playoffs, but y'all trying to just write this one off like he's about to miss it this year. But you can't add this until it happens, Jordan. Don't do that.
So
How many times
if they do miss it, does that hurt the resume or no? Because you said you don't care.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Does
should hurt the
Does that
resume.
hurt the resume?
If y'all,
But
I mean,
can-
fine.
but can we say
Look, wait. When you looking at the resume,
Giannis missed the playoffs.
wait. Hold on. Let me tell you something, Morris. In the resume, and I know you're a young fella. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have too many. Maybe you haven't turned in too many resumes. But what your resume has is what you've done. Nobody. There's nothing on the resume that
what
says
he did was miss
I'm
the
not. Nobody says I'm not good at Excel on their resume. No, we only talk about what you do. What you've done and what you did.
was miss
We're not talking about nothing else but what you've done.
I'm just saying,
That's it.
I didn't
Are we looking at resumes or rap sheets?
rap
sound
sheets.
like.
I didn't pull his county
like
jail files.
If the resume is just the positive stuff, then
No, it's got to be the negative stuff too.
Yeah.
So Jordan,
This ain't
Jordan,
a resume. Then this
Pull
is
his
a
county jail.
rap sheet.
no,
This ain't a resume. Chill.
so
Hey,
He got
so
smothered
his
his back
so-
too. And we
so
talking about
Jordan
missing the
just- so
playoffs. Where
Jordan just
KD
told
at
us
right
about-
now?
I was
That's
just about to
fine,
say.
that's
So
fine.
he missed
That's
the
fine.
playoffs.
That's
He missed
fine.
the playoffs in 14. He missed
I
the playoffs
sweat 2
in 20.
times.
He missed the playoffs in 14. He also missed the playoffs in 20 because he also got hurt. And then he's gonna miss the playoffs this year. So that's 3 to Curry's
Kevin
4.
Durant did not miss the playoffs in 2014. He
Wasn't he hurt?
How was he missed the playoffs?
What? No. Wasn't he? What year was that?
Yeah,
He
in
was hurt?
2015 he missed the
That's what
season
I'm
and the
talking about.
Thunder missed the playoffs.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, he
he
missed
didn't
the
miss the playoffs.
He missed the playoffs.
Okay, so wait.
Should've been
Hold
a
on.
nasty.
Y'all nasty for this
Because I
shit.
can't say
Y'all
Y'all,
the same
it's
thing
a rap
about.
sheet. We talking about
Hold
resumes.
on,
bro. Come
because I
on,
can say the
kid.
same thing. You just said
Steph
he
might
got
miss
hurt.
3 of the last 5 5 playoffs.
Oh,
21,
Yeah,
22,
exactly.
Do that because the same
21,
was
24, and
the
now.
same
He
thing
might
happened
miss
with
3
Steph
of the
Curry in
last 5.
2020 when he broke his hand. He was out for the
Okay,
season.
so 21,
When he missed the
23,
playoffs.
and
That's still that's not gonna be on his resume.
All I'm
Two of the
saying
last
is,
4. Okay, same point.
all I'm saying is, when we talk about GOATs, when we talking about guys that y'all want to talk about these GOATs.
Y'all be changing
No,
conversations.
hold on.
That's
Hold on. Let me spit it out.
Go ahead.
When we talk about GOATs, and when y'all talk about this and that, when we compare stuff, y'all say Giannis. Giannis got carryability. Giannis' resume speaks for itself, offensive, defensively. All I'm saying is Steph is damn good, but him missing these playoffs because one player get hurt or the team isn't quote unquote that good. When you got guys like James Harden, Giannis, LeBron, who else you want to name that put their cape on and say, I don't give a damn, at least I'm going to get there. Not only do the Warriors be missing the playoffs, sometimes they stink too.
You know
that's
what?
all I'm saying.
In your defense, Jordan, I got to be fair. I do got to be fair because in your resume, when you have the interview, the person might ask you,
was you the general manager or you was the?
There's a little gap. There's a little gap right here between 2018 and 2022. What was going on? You know what I'm saying? They will ask you that, and you do got to explain that if they ask you. But we're not talking about interview processes right now. We're talking about just the resume. So if you to come up here and just start throwing in, oh, well, he missed the playoffs, I thought we were talking about active resumes. Whose is the best, bro? We supposed to be talking about who has the most story, accolades, all that type of stuff, scoring championships, all that. We got to keep it there.
KD
But
missed the playoffs.
this turns into a very disingenuous conversation.
Saying,
because
how many times
in that case, let's start talking about LeBron James for a second. Because he's right now he's been the number one
every time we talk about LeBron.
Wait, I know we have, but we're not right now. This whole resume conversation. This whole conversation, Mars, we've been ignoring the number one because we've all just conceded that it's LeBron James. His name hasn't came
negatives
up
included.
But now that y'all want to start bringing up negatives, let's do that. You know what I'm saying?
But he's still number one with the negatives.
I mean, but Mars.
Well, let's talk about it first. Are you sure? Because who was he losing to? Steph Curry. Because if you're gonna put that on there, there's a gap in your resume, King James. What were you doing? I was getting my ass kicked by Steph Curry. That's what I was doing.
And
Jokic.
He went 1-1 out the playoffs by Nikola Jokic. Then he lost to Kevin Durant.
With Kevin Durant.
That's what happened.
Who he beat, by the way.
The resume don't care about that.
Okay, who he lost?
The resume don't care about
the
that.
Finals MVP next to
Let's
Kevin
talk
Durant.
about that resume.
Let's talk about that resume.
You're not giving Steph the credit for beating Bron when KD was the Finals MVP on a resume.
The resume don't care who it is.
You want to give it to who you want to.
So give KD them points.
I was getting my ass,
not Steph.
Put that on the resume. But you put Steph kicked his ass too, Steph and KD. That's on both of their resumes. Right? Y'all want to start bringing up blemishes? Let's bring up them blemishes. I was getting my ass kicked by Kawhi Leonard.
There's many blemishes on LeBron's legacy. There's many blemishes on LeBron's legacy.
I was getting my ass kicked by Dirk.
And I beat all of them dudes.
My ass kicked.
I beat all of them dudes. All of them dudes.
He still has the best resume in the NBA.
Everybody that you brought up, every last one of them dudes, I beat them. So you keep talking about them.
Get your ass cooked.
Get the hell out of here. That's bullshit. Because we
still has the best resume in the NBA.
All of them dudes that you brought up, I beat every last one of them. None of y'all dudes can say that about me, though.
Lost to him.
How about that?
Lost to him.
Kawhi Leonard,
lost to him.
Beat him.
On top of that,
lost to him. Beat him. Kevin Durant,
lost to him. How many times he lost to him?
Beat him. Lost to him. Beat him.
How many times he lost to him? And how many times he lose to him? How many times did he beat him? How many times he lost?
And why did I lose to him? Ox, you know why I had to lose
to him?
You can't because you can't beat him without us. We can't beat him without you. So we got to get together.
Because one team scored more points.
So
if you're gonna do it, okay. So if you want to do that, how come they won in Miami? Because I needed this dude to beat him, so he went over there with Dwayne Wade. That's a blemish on that resume. Like Mr. James, I see in 2010 you made a move. I see it on your resume. Why'd you go over there? Oh, because I needed to go run to my big bro so I could get some rings.
And why did I? And why? And I'm
you gonna talk about that, Jim? I told you stay out this pot. I was trying to be cool. Stay out that damn pot.
You honestly think that you cook? You think you cooking right now?
I agree with Ox right now.
It's hot in here.
Okay, first and foremost, you brought up a point that has nothing to do with the other thing. You got with this dude because you couldn't beat me. That's why you got with him. Me and Dwayne Wade, we didn't have the same problem. Me and Dwayne Wade had the same problem. I didn't have a problem with Dwayne Wade. I had a problem with Boston. I didn't have to worry about Dwayne Wade. I didn't have to worry about him.
So he had to go get his big bro then. So he had to go get his big bro.
You and this dude had to worry about me. You did.
Y'all want to do this with
Dwayne Wade has said that the moment he saw Kobe win that back-to-back championship, that's when he started getting serious about teaming up with Bron. So it looked like they teamed up to beat Kobe.
I'll knock all this shit over.
That's documented.
That's documented. I'm glad you brought that up because
that resume looking a little murky now. Chill.
Go back to Steph weak ass resume. Go back to that weak ass resume.
I'm glad.
Let's go back to that.
Mars, you brought that up.
Everybody got Bron on their resume. All these
glad you brought that up, Mars. The reason why I'm glad you brought that up because this is the same Dwayne Wade told Kevin Garnett to his face. The reason why we got together was because
long live the king.
He said the same thing.
There were two people they teamed up for.
Right.
They teamed up for the Boston Super Team and they teamed up for Kobe.
So which one do so who do we believe in?
Have you heard the word both? Both. You heard that term? Does it have to be one or the other? No.
So here's the difference, Mars. The difference with that is I didn't get together. Both of y'all dudes got together for me. So there you have it.
Hey, all I'm saying is this. I know I'm not no graph studier. I'm not no statistician. But when I look at Steph Curry resume and I see he has 4 championships, right? 1 Finals MVP, and then I go back and I connect the graphs and put the coordinates together, and I see every time somebody missed the season, he missed the playoffs. So I can make an inference or educated guess and say, he ain't got no carryability. So he need these guys for him to just, let's be real here. Jimmy Butler came and saved the day to get their ass in a play-in. Let's be real here. All I'm saying is,
y'all want to talk about Jimmy resume?
Y'all want to talk about this GOAT talk? I'm not saying Steph not goated.
Mr. Silver,
I'm not saying Steph goated. But all I'm saying is, let's connect the dots. Why he can't get the Finals MVP and why he can't miss the playoffs. I mean, why he can't make the playoffs? Giannis making it. James still making it. All these guys still making it. Bron's still making it.
I mean, to be fair,
what the hell is going on?
James did jump on a lot of backs the last few years.
James took some garbage teams to the playoffs. Way worse than Steph Curry.
And I'm not saying that that's not true.
Now you guys all expect the Clippers to make the playoffs this year.
All I'm saying is
I had the Clippers missing the playoffs.
Yeah,
I had them missing the playoffs.
All I'm saying is
James turned it up a notch.
From Kevin Durant and Kyrie, that whole little team up, to jumping on Joel Embiid's back.
8 straight in Houston. What we doing?
For sure, I'll give him Houston. I just said recently.
What we doing?
Well, hey, we live in a what have you done for me lately world. Okay.
So this season.
Yeah, he didn't make the playoffs. He ain't missed the playoffs yet.
Hey, Zubac,
Norman.
Zubac and Norman.
Kawhi
40 games.
James Harden jumping on Norman Powell's back. Is that
got a little small?
Oh my God!
I'm not gonna be involved in that, bro. I can't do that. I can't do this.
All right.
I can't do that. Shout out James Harden. He's chopping this year. James Harden's
taking all that shit back. I said earlier. I'm taking all that shit back. I said Memphis been to beat the shit out the damn Warriors because they can't even beat John Morant in the playoffs. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, is that a blemish on Steph's resume?
John finna put carry.
0-3 in the play-in?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro.
That man ain't never won a play-in game.
Connect the dots, man. Connect the dots. He got 1 Finals MVP, and he missed the playoffs a lot now.
Jordan, I want you to know, Jordan, you turn this into a real hate session coming in here talking about.
I've been hating on Steph Curry since he been kicking the Rockets' ass. I know this. That's why I know these facts. Because I've been hating on him.
I do want to I want to make it abundantly clear. I am not saying that Steph's resume isn't the second best in the league right now. It might be. It might be better than
I'm saying it
might be.
What I am
saying is there is no LeBron and Steph's resume, everyone else. I'm sorry, I don't buy that. I don't buy that Steph's resume is so far clear of Kevin Durant, Giannis, Jokic, those guys. I don't buy that his resume is just in a different tier to them.
That's a
where
fact.
Everyone else is trying to catch up to LeBron and Steph. We do this thing where we start grouping Steph closely to LeBron, when respectfully, he's not close to LeBron. LeBron Steph, KD, everyone else can fall in line behind him.
If he wins another championship, Mars, if Steph Curry wins another, Mars, if Steph Curry wins another championship, he now goes ahead of LeBron James.
Not if Jimmy Butler win Finals MVP, he don't go nowhere.
People group it as if it's LeBron and Steph's era, and then everyone else just fit in where they got in. No, because LeBron has been dominating the league my whole life. Steph came in around 2015 and was amazing. Cool. But let's not have revisionist history, because outside of the 2016 regular season, every other year, Kevin Durant was considered a better player than Steph Curry.
That's a fact.
Every other year.
Until he made that move. Until he made that move. That's a fact. Come on, Chip. Don't do that, Chip. Don't you do that. Ron, don't you do that. Ron, don't you do that.
Kevin Durant was better. 09, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. 2015, KD gets hurt. So Steph can go above by default. 2016, KD was not better than Steph. Even the KD fans will say Steph can have that. 2017, they're on the same team. They're on the same team. And the consensus
clearly KD.
Was Kevin Durant was better. 2018,
Mars, you cooking. I need some water in here, boy. I need some water.
Yes. 2019, the consensus was Kevin Durant was better.
Who's the consensus?
Damn.
The majority.
That boy good.
That
boy good.
You know how I know this is the case?
Where I'm at.
You know how I know this is the case? Because I was on the panel or Player's Choice before the 2022 championship. And I know because I debated with this L host, I debated with Ox, I debated with Dell that Steph Curry was better than Kevin Durant. And all of you guys disagree with me.
Not me. I'm consistent. I've been consistent with this since forever.
All of you guys,
those Warriors teams, Steph Curry was better than KD.
Hey, this is what they said, and this is how I know.
It might have been Dell.
This is what was said. Kevin Durant's better, but Steph's more important. That's what they kept trying to tell me. That's what they kept saying. Because I know, because I was in the debate.
Just like Donovan Mitchell. Just like Donovan Mitchell is better, but Steph's going more important.
Ron was saying Steph's more important to the world.
I never said that.
KD, that's what he was saying.
Get the clip.
He can hate on KD for the move all he wants. He thought Kevin Durant was better than Steph.
No, I did. I've never said that.
Ox isn't the one arguing. Dell was doing the same thing. Anyone who watched PC before the 2022 championship, everyone knows I was the only one on this platform arguing.
Go find the clip.
Steph Curry was the best player on that.
Go find the clip of me.
Everyone disagreed.
No. When did
the clip of me ever say Kevin Durant was better?
Clip, JD.
When did the gap between Steph Curry? When did the gap between Steph Curry and Kevin Durant close? Because in 09, Steph Curry is a rookie. Kevin Durant is leading the league in scoring. In 2010, Kevin Durant.
Damn, chill. You had a robot? Chill at NASA.
What happened?
You freezing right now.
Chill ass with the NASA.
Anyway, so in 2010, he's in year 2. KD is leading the league in scoring again. There's a gap. 2011, there's a gap. 2012, Steph Curry plays only 26 games. This isn't a conversation. He's talking about getting traded. 2013, I think he made the All-Star team that year, if I'm not mistaken, and I think they made the playoffs. 2014, we're starting to get closer. One more time.
David Lee made the All-Star game, not Steph.
So in 12 or 13.
Damn! What the hell?
David Lee.
His resume getting weaker and weaker. God damn.
Nah, David Lee was just like that. Let's check out his resume too. But go ahead, Chill.
We're not again. So 13, 14, the gap is still a substantial gap. KD wins the league MVP. 15, they win 67 games. Steph Curry wins the league MVP. Now the gap is starting to close. It's not closed substantially, but
Kevin Durant got hurt. The gap. No one was thinking the gap is closing between Steph and KD. What people thought was Kevin Durant hasn't played this year.
Are we sitting here? Are we honestly sitting here and saying that in 2015, 2016, when Steph Curry won the league MVP,
2014, 2015.
Okay, I'm talking about 2014, 2015.
No, you said 2015.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's stay with 2015. Sure, let's stay with 2015.
No one was like, "Oh, Steph's getting close to KD." No one thought that.
That is not true, Mars.
Yeah, that's not true.
No one was having no Steph KD conversation
after what he did. After what he did in the finals.
All right, Mars. Okay, so nobody.
Lose the finals MVP. No one was having Steph KD.
Forget that, Ron. Okay, so now I'm sorry. Steph Curry is in 2015, 2016. He's in year 6 now. I think 7. The year that they lost in 16. I think we're in year 6 at that point, either year 6 or year 7. So now he jumps KD in 16.
Yeah,
Beats him
he
in
was
the
better that
playoffs.
year. Yeah, he was better that year.
Okay, so in order for me, this is where the lines get blurred for me. That in order for me to jump over somebody that substantial who's been better than me for that long, at some point I have to have been close to them. And from what I'm listening to from you, from 2008 to 2015, when I won the league MVP, we weren't close. So now we get to 2016. We go from 2016, and now I'm better than him. How does that happen, Mars?
2016, Steph played better than Kevin Durant. What part of that do you not understand?
Is that
yes,
the end of it?
2016, Steph played better than KD. What part of that is that Japanese? Is that Chinese? Like what part of that is hard to understand? In 2016, Steph played better than KD.
Okay. So when we got guys playing better than guys, now we're gonna put them over them when they're not.
I never said Steph was better. No.
I got you.
No.
I got
what
you.
I said was
you said he played better.
You don't got me. You clearly don't got me.
You just said he played better. You just said he played better. I heard you.
Then what part? So what's your misunderstanding?
No, I got it. You said he played better. You still don't think he's better, which means
what I think is different to what the consensus thinks. What I think.
But you brought the consensus up, Mars. Why are you bringing up the consensus?
The consensus thought Steph played better than Kevin Durant that year. But once again, if you ask the consensus when Kevin Durant joins the Warriors, if you asked people who's the best player on the Warriors, they thought it was Kevin Durant. That's what it was. Steph had a better season in 2016. Even Kevin Durant fans will admit that, accept that is what it is. But Kevin Durant fans and the consensus of the basketball world did not think that Kevin Durant was a worse basketball player than Stephen Curry because he had a worse season in 2016. And then that was compounded by the fact that in 2017, Kevin Durant did what he did in the postseason, dominated the finals, and yes, the consensus was Kevin Durant was the Warriors' best player. In 2018, the consensus was Kevin Durant was the Warriors' best player. In 2019, the consensus was Kevin Durant was the Warriors' best player.
The consensus was you needed me in order to win.
When they went into the playoffs,
this was my thing.
Had those two games against the Clippers, and everyone was like, why are you not scoring on Patrick Beverley? Then he said, you know who I am. And then decided to average 36 for the rest of the postseason until he got hurt. And then he got hurt. They started losing to Toronto. Kevin Durant comes back for 12 minutes, and everyone was like, yeah, this is the best player on the team. That was the consensus opinion. The whole 3 years in Golden State, the consensus opinion was Kevin Durant was the best player on the team. In 2020, both of them got hurt. In 2021,
it's no way you.
I want you to know this is you, Mars. This is not the consensus.
It's no way y'all don't. It's no way y'all don't think that. It's no way y'all don't think that KD wasn't better than Steph Curry. Like y'all are crazy.
Now that I'm really thinking on it, I'm gonna keep it hot. Since Steph won his first MVP, he never been better than KD every single season.
That's crazy. Come on.
That's fine. You can think that.
Keep it hot.
You can think that. That wasn't the consensus.
Ron, that's crazy, Ron.
What Mars is saying is that,
I don't give a damn
what
about
Mars is saying is that the majority of the people are saying
I don't know what they be watching.
Wasn't better than KD. That's in 2017. The majority of the people said KD was better than Steph Curry. The majority of the people said KD was better than him in 18. The majority of the people said KD was better than him in 19. But
what's the majority, Chill? 51-49?
Come on, man. It's clear.
51-49?
What I'm trying to make sense
is like 68-32.
Why are you getting on? If you better than me, what you need me for?
Because there's difference between individual ability and a team sport. One person might need the other. That doesn't mean you're better than me. The Clippers need Zuba. The Clippers need Zoo. That doesn't mean he's the best player on the team.
No,
but the Clippers need him more than they need damn near
anyone else. How about the flip side to that? The flip side to that is for you to get to the NBA Finals, I'm the gatekeeper, and you can't get past me. That's why you get on my crew in order to get to the NBA championship. That's why you jumped on the crew with me.
This is
that's why you did that.
I'm the gatekeeper. The moment I go through the actual history of what people thought, then
I get it, Mars. I heard everything.
Run to the narratives. The reality of the situation.
I'm not running to narratives.
You couldn't beat me. I'm the gatekeeper of the West. That's a narrative. Be serious. What happened was
fact.
What happened was
you couldn't get past me.
It's not a fact because I'll talk English. I'll talk slow for you.
Please.
What happened was the Warriors saw the Thunder one time in the postseason.
Yep.
One time. Even
Yes,
Kevin
sir.
Durant has said we didn't even view them as a rivalry. We never saw them. So
Right.
they only met one time. The
Yep.
Warriors won. They came back
Yep.
from 3-1. Cool.
Yep.
At
Yep.
no point, I can promise you this. I'm sure Kevin Durant feels the same way. I'm sure Russell Westbrook feels the same way. At no point were the Oklahoma City Thunder looking at this like, we just have no chance. Steph Curry is just better than us. They never thought
They was
that.
up.
Just
They was up
because
3-1.
the Warriors
I
beat
don't
them
know.
one time.
thought that.
I
does
don't
not
know.
mean that
You
the
mean it's
Thunder
never thought
looked
that.
at it.
I
and
don't know,
said,
boys.
The Warriors are just the gatekeepers of the
Yep.
West. We have no chance against
And
them.
I'm glad you
No
brought that
one
part up,
thought
Mars.
that.
I'm glad
Even
you brought that up,
people-
Mars. Keep going.
You probably thought the Thunder was gonna win. So no, it wasn't just we have no shot against the
But
Warriors.
clearly
the
KD
Warriors are the
didn't.
gatekeepers of the West. We
Clearly
can't get
KD
past
didn't.
Steph Curry. That wasn't the thought process of anyone.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.